This episode is brought to you by the world's first reposado from Tequila Herradura. Made with slow-cooked, hand-harvested agave sealed into oak barrels and aged 11 months. Before being enjoyed in your glass. Experience the world's first reposado, Tequila Herradura. Please drink responsibly. Responsibility.org. Tequila Herradura. 40% alcohol by volume. Imported by Brown-Forman, Louisville, Kentucky. Herradura is a registered trademark. Copyright 2025 Brown-Forman Corporation.
A massage chair might seem a bit extravagant, especially these days. 8 different settings, adjustable intensity, plus it's heated, and it just feels so good. Yes, a massage chair might seem a bit extravagant, but when it can come with a car, suddenly it seems quite practical. The all-new 2025 Volkswagen Tiguan, packed with premium features like available massaging front seats, it only feels extravagant.
Let's hang out. And let's talk about what Lez is about. And let's listen to two lesbians shout. Let's hang out.
Hey, Let's Hang Out listeners. This next episode is from our friends at Bad Queers. We love Bad Queers. We've had them on the podcast quite a few times. They're so fun. And this next episode is their recap for the Queer Ultimatum, episodes 8 through 10. We've all been jonesing for some Ultimatum content. So here you go, Bad Queers. Check it out.
Bad Queers has officially hit 5 years. That's 5 years of laughs, rants, and hard conversations. But most importantly, 5 years of community. We're so grateful to y'all for supporting us every step of the way.
And if you want to keep this thing going, here are 5 ways you can support us.
1. Join our Patreon. For as little as $1 a month, you can help keep this show running. We're at Bad Queers Podcast.
2. Subscribe to our YouTube. Just search Bad Queers Podcast and hit that subscribe button.
3. Show us some love on PayPal at Bad Queers or on Venmo at Bad Queers Pod.
4. Cop some swaggy swag. Go to badqueers.com and get yourself some merch.
And 5. Follow us everywhere. IG, TikTok, Threads, Facebook. Like, comment, and share. It really helps us grow.
And another bonus for helping us grow, leave us a review wherever you listen to Bad Queers. Thank you for being a part of this journey. Now, let's get to the show.
I repeat, Netflix played the fuck out of us. This was homophobic. The release was homophobic. How they broke up the episodes were homophobic. How they snuck that reunion in at the end, like it wasn't even a separate drop, homophobic. So, my God. And previously, I had said, thank God for them for not putting it, during the height of Pride Month. And this is why, because this was pretty homophobic. Everything. Oh, let's just intro this.
Well,
we're here quicker than we thought we were going to be.
we're here so much faster than we expected to be. So, hi, everybody. This is Shayna.
Your voice is so high. I ignored your text last night while you were watching.
Why did you ignore my text?
Because I was like, I don't want to be colored by anything. I'm just gonna press play. But I saw a couple of things you said.
What did I say to you? Let me make sure, because I was live texting a lot of people, so I just need to know what I said to you specifically. I didn't even say much. I just said the reunion's about to be a mess.
This reunion is about to be a mess. Yeah.
And was.
Well, this is Shayna. That's Chris. We're Bad Queers. We're going to go ahead and get into this.
If you're here, you know.
You say if you're here. But for the new people who decided to find us from this wonderful video, welcome. Chris is upset. So we're going to go ahead and get started because Chris is upset. This is not how we normally do things. Welcome to part 2 of the Ultimatum Season 2 review. So we are recapping episodes 8 and 9 and the reunion, which... not a lot for them to give us at this point, and it was kind of disrespectful how they did it. And so we're going to go through each episode and we're going to break down our feelings. But I know that Chris has
each episode. Each episode. They might as well combine 8 and 9.
Honestly, they should have just combined 8 and 9. There was no reason to have two it was a waste of time in episode 8. Episode 8 was basically just like, everybody's trauma.
The fallout.
That was an episode of trauma.
Mm-hmm. The fallout
And
from the
backtracking.
trial marriages.
And backtracking like a motherfucker. Man, here's the thing. My friend in one of my group chats texted me about Megan and was just like, we were all rooting for you. And I was like, Tyra came in hot on Megan because I'm like, girl, what was said to you behind the scenes that got you to just like...
What do you mean? What do you mean what was said behind the scenes?
I need to know what was said.
Completely controlled everything. Once she found out Megan was fucking Haley and there was something there and she wasn't having a miserable time, completely. And the meeting with her sister and mom completely changed. She had to get back to the game. She said, I got to reprogram shit. I got to retrain. Trained, okay?
And did.
Trained. Listen, she's by far probably the villain of the season, if there had to be a villain. Again, we don't know these people, but I was in awe. What a masterclass of manipulation. Like, it was crazy. Like, she had to go through retraining, and like, even how she played herself in every one of the situations that they were talking about with what went on with the trial marriages. Like, she played herself as a victim each and every time. Like, it was crazy. Like, she'd be like listening to Megan talk and be like, but you were fucking her. And Megan would be like, well, you slept with Mel. And she was like, I fucked her, but you were fucking Haley. Like, it was just like she would deflect everything back to like her behavior during the trial marriages. Like, they both didn't have trial marriage sex. It was nuts.
Right. No, truly, because they were just like, well, yours was out of like love. And I was like, and yours wasn't?
They got a tattoo. Which, by the way, she said she didn't remember. She didn't remember saying, which was later in the episode.
She doesn't remember saying.
I didn't remember even talking about that, but Megan said we said this before.
Megan said we said that. I said, girl, you mentioned that to Mel that you knew that she was going to be mad at you because you were supposed to get the tattoos. And you said it after the tattoo, before or after the tattoo, in the tattoo shop, that you were like, this might be a decision that I regret. But, oh well, ma'am. Yeah. Ma'am, Mel is distraught. Mel was like, I was about to get out of this.
Yeah.
Doing well.
Mel really wanted Dana.
Mel like,
risked it all. And poor Marie during these episodes, because we get to Dark Marie.
I knew we were going to get to the inner
Dark Marie,
Latina woman, Marie.
Dark Marie was there.
Come out. Marie was
like
the host.
trying to coach Mel into being back, once they had their trial marriage. Like, she's just like, okay, like, whatever happened, like, I'm always here for you. You got a home with me. Like, she was really coaching her to try to get the place of like...
She was convincing her.
She was trying to convince her. She was really
she thought that was the right thing to do. She was really thought that it was like the right thing to do. Like, hey, you know what? It seems like Dana's unhappy. So now you can come back on home. We can go back to our life. We can do all the things that we said that we were going to do, what we wanted to do, all of that. And Mel is just like, if we must.
I know. And Mel was like answering honestly, even before Ultimatum Day, like, Marie asked how she was leaning, and she was like, honestly, moment by moment. And it's like, girl, none of this is a good sign. This has all not been a good sign for you. But she was trying. She was really trying to coach Mel to that point, which is, please don't do that. But, because it's like, they were together 4 years. Like, it's like, you shouldn't have to do this. You're already on an ultimatum show. She already had trial marriage sex. She already fell in love with the person she was in a trial marriage with. And now you're trying to coach her back into, and like I said, like, I know they've been through this. Like, it seems like they had been through this before in some capacity. The other couples were okay. Pilar and Haley, Pilar has had a redemption arc. Actually, all the Leapers have had a redemption arc. Pilar settled back in, forgave Haley, because there were some awkward moments when Haley was crying with her dad about Megan switching up, and Pilar's just at the dinner, and her dad gets up, hugs her, and she's like crying. Pilar's just like at the dinner table, and I was glad her dad later said, I love you too, but it was just
to sit through Haley having a crash out over a person that wasn't Pilar. Man, for Pilar to hold it together and let Haley work through all of that throughout to get to the point that they got in episode 9, which we will get to. But for her to just sit there and kind of take it, Pilar started to really see more in herself, really see more in what was happening, like, let it be. But in those moments, that was when I knew. I was like, Pilar has decided she is all in.
Yeah, you gotta be. Because, and just to back up and give context, Haley and Megan, it was absolutely a crash out. The name of the episode was like Backtrack of the Century because it was
because it was.
Megan ended up doing to Haley what Dana did to her. Like they were all in the same club and saw each other out. Megan clearly saw Haley and acted like she didn't see her, didn't say nothing, did head nod for the very exact thing that Haley consoled Megan about because Dana did that to her during the trial marriages. Megan did that.
Was devastating.
But programming. She went back into the training. Dana had her whipped up. And then even when they... then I guess they saw each other at the gym as well, and Haley didn't say anything that time. So it was just like they stopped talking, which it wasn't surprising. But Haley was having such a rough time coming back from it because she did love Megan and fell in love with her. So she was absolutely having a rough go of it, and Pilar was patient. She was like, well, this is, what could have happened during the experiment anyway. So she just was like, this is okay, work through it, girl. But shout out to her. Ashley says she's not cooking no oxtail. She's not seasoning chicken. She was like, I don't know, Marita, what you want, but it's not going to happen here. To see Ashley slowly Homer Simpson into the bush of I don't want to do this. Was interesting to watch because it was very clear that she knew she wasn't going to be able to give Marita what she wants.
Plus, once they went out to lunch with her sister.
Yeah, they all sound the same, by the way.
All of them. Her sister fully just being like, well, if you're not going to do that, it's just got to be over and over and over again. I don't care how long that was. Southern. I don't care what was cut out. She said what needed to be said. And Ashley's just sitting there like, well, and Marita stays 10 tones down. I don't know why she just can't do these things. I don't know why, whatever. And honestly, Marita has been consistent in that front the whole time. And she just loves Brittany because Brittany got to treat her the way. I stopped and I was like, Marita, do you?
So wholesome.
Who is your best friend? This is what I need to know. Because Brittany just became it. Because
whatever best friend she had is not Brittany because they are that throuple is very close, which we'll see. But she can't go back. Brittany showed her self-worth. She's not going back, and Brittany did it effortlessly. So that's what fucked it up for Ashley because it wasn't like she was trying to do this. Brittany was like, nah. Or, Brittany was Ashley, this is just taking care of you.
Just what I do. And even Ashley coming back and just being like, I don't know why I can't do this.
Yeah.
I'm like, girl, because you don't want to. That's why. Yeah. It's as simple as that.
But it is that.
If you wanted to, you would.
It is that, but a lot of them need therapy, clearly. A lot of them need to go heal. Mel.
That's a blanket statement. We all know
Ashley. But it's clear,
everybody.
She doesn't know. She's saying everybody that, and she genuinely means that. I think that Ashley knows she is literally incapable, and she wants to know why she can't. It's not a matter of, I really don't think it was a matter of she didn't want to. I just think she can't, and she doesn't know why, and that's why she needs to go heal. Because I really don't think Ashley just is withholding it. I do think her past trauma is just clouded. She doesn't even know, she's blocked emotionally and studied in that way. So, but either way, Marita gotta go because
Marita's gotta go.
Remember that scene where Marita was crying and she was she started to cry about not receiving that and asking for it over and over again. And for a split second there, Ashley's not consoling her. And when she finally does, she does a phone wiping kind of thing on her arm, there. But the camera zoomed in, and I was like, that's all she could offer her in this moment. She ended up giving her a hug, but it was just but she
Marita had to prompt her for the hug. Marita was like, "Are you not?" Marita had to prompt her for the hug.
Well, what? Oh, are you cutting? No, okay. Actually,
or am I thinking of a different part?
You might be thinking of a different part. I don't think she prompted her, but
I thought she
that might be the ultimatum. I know there was a prompt for a hug, and
there was no. I'm talking earlier when she was upset and she was after they were done talking or something. She was like, "Well, are you gonna hug me or what?" That. The other time was Ashley in 9. That was Ashley being like, "Well, can I hug you?" And Marita was like, "Seriously, now you want to hug?" basically.
No, I'm thinking about what happens Ultimatum Day too, because there's a hug prompt there too. But either way, so like you could just tell Ashley don't got it, but it's also you can pick up that Ashley is really thinking like, oh, I should probably let her go. Like I should not be engaged to anybody at this point, which she was surely right.
Yep.
Bridget and Kyle are fine. They get back.
They're talking through feelings.
Right.
They're seeing the parents again. Honestly, shout out to Kyle's mom.
The winner of this
Of the whole season.
the
is
winner of
Kyle's
this
mom.
season is Kyle's mom. So
Honestly,
that's
she
who
should
the
be the
winner
host.
is. Yeah,
Make her
I
the host.
mean,
if we had to have another straight woman, make Kyle's mom the host.
I will get to what I think at this.
I know.
There's something
I know.
you know.
Oh, I already know. I already know. Once that happened, I was like,
You
Chris is
fucking know.
pissed.
My wife was so
Chris
weak. You know,
is
I was
pissed.
Shut the fuck up, AJ.
Don't worry. We're getting there. We're gonna get
Okay.
there. I know.
I think that's it with episode
That's
8.
it.
Because
That's really it.
It really
Let's
is
go
a
to 9.
primer to Ultimatum
All
Day,
this.
which is, what I do love about especially these Ultimatum Day in episode 9, especially getting ready for this, is you could fast forward through a lot of shit because they spend a lot of time in the car getting ready, talking about, and they do that with every reality show, but like that's my little hack of like when it's like the Ultimatum Day or the day they're supposed to make a decision, it's a lot of filler shit in that episode. So get into it. The first couple to face each other was Haley and Megan. I was like, okay, we're starting off hot.
Yep.
I knew what Megan was on. Megan had her hair in a ponytail, very businesslike, no emotions, ready to go, completely programmed, script ready, loaded, ready to go.
Ready.
And basically it was, there's, this can't be anything else. But not only that this can't be anything else, but in the future, if we were to be friends, I hope that you would apologize to Dana for your actions.
Which blew Chris. I have never had such a visceral reaction
in the script.
in that moment.
That was nuts.
In that moment to say that, hey, if we're going to be friends, you need to apologize to Dana too, because you interrupted our trial marriage. And Megan's word of the season is authentic. I was trying to be authentic in my trial marriage with Dana, and I couldn't do that 100% because you interrupted.
Yeah. And that came from the script.
Disrespectful.
Because that was a part of the script where she was like, Dana was like, I gotta know. And she needs to know that she disrespected your trial marriage. She needs to apologize. All loaded in the script. So very emotionless. This went the way it went. It solidified Haley in knowing that whatever the fuck that trial marriage was Megan was not real, or it was long gone.
Shirt. After she
gave her a shirt. Like, you want me to open it?
Girl, send it back.
She was like, nah. Yeah. So they're done.
She was a woman scorned.
Yeah, Haley. Haley was really in love. And Megan was too, but that was all wiped from the program.
Gone.
Dana hit the
like Men in
hard
Black.
reset. Hard reset. As soon as she got back in that trial marriage, she held the button down. It was a hard reset on the system. She restored everything to factory settings. Like, Megan came out and was like completely about her business. No high bun, like a serious like business bun. So I can't, and that's the thing is like, a masterclass. Again, I was just like, wow. Dana said, let me stop fucking around here. And, we missed in episode 9. I'm sorry. The conversation between Dana and Mel.
Oh,
remember that with the oh my God.
No, you can't pass over, go straight to them. Yeah, no, the conversation where, honestly, Dana did go back to factory setting because she came back and she was like, I mean, I knew there was like a connection, but she made it sound like it was just chill. And Mel's like, no, like we were emotionally involved. And Dana was just like, I really, like maybe I just don't remember. Like I really just haven't thought about us for the last like 3 weeks. And Mel stating, oh, I guess this meant more for me than it did for you. And Dana's like, when did I say that? I was like, girl, everything you just explained.
When she sat down, Shayna, she was like, why are you being weird with me? And Mel's like, what? Like she comes in and throws off and starts chaos. Like when she sits down, Dana sits down, says that. And like the rest of the conversation basically goes as like, yeah, she made it seem like she wasn't as in love with her as she clearly said and demonstrated, and the actions were there. Mel is confused, but also just like, okay, so what are we? Like, where are we right now? And oh my God, Dana was kind of like, if you don't have the patience to wait for me to get out of my relationship, then just say that. Like, it was just the wildest shit how she like turned shit around, like, and just destabilized everything. Cause it was just like, what? Like the
masterclass in flippant
girl,
reversing language.
Listen, she has a way. That's
why Dana scares me.
Just amazing. Like, I was amazed. At that point, I was just like, all right, she got it. Because that's some cold shit. Like, she really flipped that shit, like, all the way.
Did. So I was very proud of Mel in that moment, recognizing what it was and setting the boundary that they could not be friends. Dana was like, wait, what? I can't have my cake and eat it too? What do you mean? Mm-hmm. And Mel was just like, she was like, you just don't see us being friends? And Mel's like, no, I don't.
Like, why would we be friends after all of what we experienced? But
right. And after like Dana saying that you don't have feelings, like Mel doesn't want you in her life as a friend. Absolutely not.
Even Dana being like, we might not even end up with these people. So like, do you have patience or not? Like, the patience thing was crazy.
Patience statement.
The patience thing
wild.
was crazy. If you don't have the patience to say that, like, it's just, I was like, whoa.
What?
And then she said, I never want to see this behavior again. Like, it's just, no. I mean, between Megan and Mel, like, Dana just complete control. It's flawless victory, honestly. So you just had to be like,
did that.
Oh, shit.
The only positive thing that Dana said to Mel was the speech about proposing.
Yeah.
Was like, Mel, if you really want to propose for her or you're proposing for you, and Mel saying you're proposing for her, she's like, nobody wants that. And that's the only positive that Dana said throughout that whole thing. I was like, okay, Dana, there was some semblance.
That was good. She needed to say that because Mel was all fucked up. Mel was looking for a reason to not. Like, she wanted Dana to want her. Like, she was like, you know, you felt that kind of thing. Like, and it was like, Dana was like, no, I don't know what feeling you're talking about here, but also wait for me. But also, like, it's just a mind fuck. God bless her. But going back to Ultimatum Day, we might as well talk about the Dana and Mel thing. That was, you know, I was glad that Dana said, like, you know, don't marry Marie for her, because Mel said she wanted to propose, or she had the ring, and how nervous she was. She was like, I feel like I got to throw up. She's very nervous about it. And Dana rightfully did tell her, like, don't, like, who are you doing this for? And she said it's for Marie, because Marie had been coaching her this whole time to get to this point. And Dana rightfully said, like, don't do this for her. Like, you should do it for yourself. Which she doesn't take that advice. We might as well move on to Mel and Marie.
We saw that very quickly. Mel, in all caps, I wrote down, Mel's ass should not be proposing.
No.
And they definitely will not make it. And was correct.
Yeah.
And was correct. Yeah. But before we push over to that proposal, I have to say that Dana's letter that she wrote, like, Megan wrote a heartfelt, wonderful letter for Dana. Dana was a bunch of Hallmark cards put together on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Just little two-liners. I was like, girl, if you don't.
To be fair to her, she had to write that whole script for.
That is true. She was busy putting together.
She was busy with that Megan script.
Talk.
And that was the most important.
It's a lot of copywriting for one day.
It's a lot. It's a lot. She has to be, it has to be flawless too. So like, she probably was burnt out by then. She was
and she probably had to rehearse with her as well to make sure.
Again,
it was played off.
Say it to me again. I see a glimmer in your eye. Get that glimmer out. I don't want to see that behavior again. So they rehearsed
You're correct.
a lot.
You're right. You're right. There was a lot of timing there. So she had to go to her resources and.
Absolutely. So she probably
see.
Chat GPT, this Hallmark card, as you say. And honestly, she knew it would get it done. Kyle proposed to Bridget. Did we miss anybody? AJ proposed to Brittany and does the right thing.
And I was sitting there. I was like, AJ, if you fumble this bag, I swear, I was looking, because the longer that, of course, AJ kept talking, but it was like one extra note. And I was like, AJ, if you fuck this up for us, if you fuck this up for us, like, I understand that there's a high level of pressure being like the only Black couple on a reality TV show as is. So like, I was initially in my head like, I hope you're not just proposing just to satisfy like the status quo and stuff. But I was like, no, based on what we have watched, solely just on that, Brittany seems phenomenal.
Yeah.
You would be silly to let your insecurities have you block your blessings for this incredible human who is ready to invest all of the things.
Mm-hmm. Who, by the way, they had that great conversation at the restaurant where, you know, Brittany had to, like, I don't know how else to let you know that
she was just like,
I love you. I am not my business. You are putting that on me and everything. And like, you're enough. Like, you're good as is. And I was like, girl, if you don't just accept this, like,
right. Like, you don't make her repeat herself over and over and over again.
Yeah.
She's like, she's like, all the cards are on the table, but it was the head tilt that was just like,
yeah. I mean, there's no excuses. She's like, you are making this business stuff and us not having the same thing, like bringing the same thing financially. You're making that a thing. Like, I'm not, she's not holding that over her. She doesn't have that expectation of her. And again, I understand AJ's fears with that, like with like down the road, if she never catches up to her, like she might feel like a bum or she's not pulling her weight and all that. But it's just like, those are things that are AJ's anxieties. That has nothing to do with Brittany. Brittany is like, that's my business. That's separate from this. Like, you're everything. So I was glad that AJ did the right thing. And, you know, they were pretty quiet with the 2 episodes because, like, yeah, they're settling back in. So good for them. AJ did do the right thing there.
Yes.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies just to see if you could save some cash? Well, Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary, not available in all states. This podcast you're listening to, it was once just a dream. A dream that became reality not by accident, but because someone decided not to let the what-ifs keep them from creating something they believed in. Starting your own business is a dream lots of us share, but too many let it remain just a dream. Don't hold yourself back from creating what you believe in, and turn those what-ifs into why-nots with Shopify by your side. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world, and 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to brands just getting started. What if I can't design a website? Shopify's got you with beautiful, ready-to-go templates to match your brand's style. What if I need a hand? Get help with everyday tasks like enhancing product images, writing product descriptions, or generating discount codes with Shopify's AI tools created for commerce. What if people haven't heard about my brand? Shopify helps you find your customers with easy-to-run email and social media campaigns. And what if I get stuck? Shopify's always around to share advice with their award-winning 24/7 customer support. So turn those dreams into and give them the best shot at success with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/realm. Go to shopify.com/realm. Shopify.com/realm.
Hey, it's Sydney Sweeney. I'm not here to tell you to buy American Eagle jeans. And I definitely won't say that they're the most comfortable jeans I've ever worn. Or that they make your butt look amazing. Why would I need to do that? But if you said that you want to buy the jeans, I'm not going to stop you. But just so we're clear, this is not me telling you to buy American Eagle jeans.
Sydney Sweeney, Hasbro jeans.
You see what I did there, right?
It's ticklish business any way you look at it. Come on, we'll stick together.
Love movies? Love classic movies? So do we. Ticklish Business is the podcast where classic film is discussed in modern times. Hosted by me, film journalist Kristen Lopez, and my co-host, author Emily Edwards, we dive into the golden age of cinema with fun, heart, and serious expertise. As published film historians and lifelong classic movie buffs, we bring insider insights, deep research, and lively debates with a variety of special guests, ranging from celebrities like Holly Madison to TCM luminaries Dave Karger and Eddie Muller, and even family members of old Hollywood legends. Subscribe now to Ticklish Business on your favorite podcast app, and let's talk about old Hollywood today.
congrats to them.
And I'm glad we got
my wife
early.
has been looking at like theories about those two on TikTok, and I don't know if you've seen them, but we'll talk about it when we get to the reunion.
Okay.
Did we get everybody else?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's jump to the reunion.
We basically talked about Ashley and Marita and how they.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, it was just one of those things where it's like,
yes.
Marita, girl, you've been dating this girl since you were 21.
Yeah.
And you were ready to say yes if she had proposed because you were just willing to continue to fight.
I don't know if she would have for real.
That's a young statement.
Yeah, she just said that. I don't.
That's an insecure statement. As a person who has said that before, being like, Marita saw the potential in Ashley. And so she was holding on to potential. I've been a person that has held on to potential and it never works out.
Yeah.
So it's just like you just got to keep it moving. And I was proud of Ashley for actually saying the right thing.
I was so proud of Ashley. I was
Ashley.
like, thank you.
I was like, no. And then she came in, and I feel like this is a flawless transition into the reunion episode.
Ooh. Yeah.
Because man, did Ashley have to go through it during the reunion.
She sure did.
Oh my God.
The reunion takes place a year after recording, so they're all back together. Everybody looks good, dressed nicely.
Of course, the glow ups are there.
Yeah,
people have lost some weight. People have gotten some makeup done. You know, the highlights are strong.
Everything is some things have shifted and changed.
The matching outfits.
Yeah, matching outfits. Look good. I'm sure everybody smelled good, looked good. Mel was there with her signature swoop.
First of all, Mel was there with her signature outfit because I want to point out the fact that Mel wore the same outfit to propose as she did to the reunion, and the only thing that changed was she added suspenders.
I didn't even notice that, but it was that green shirt.
The same
shirt,
the same pants.
I didn't even notice it.
The same everything. That was my first notice. I was like, so Mel, you just, nothing?
Mel mailing it in. Mel probably had to talk herself out of wearing her like chef's shoes and all that. Like she's just
Mel just finished the shift and came. She actually the food truck was parked outside, so if people were hungry afterwards, she could just hook it up. Because I literally cackled at that. I was like, now Mel.
That's pretty nuts.
One other thing, I was like, does this show what Marie's impact is in the fact that like she probably had to mother you in terms like if I had a friend that saw that I was in the same outfit that I proposed in a year later, the same outfit that I came onto a show, but was like, you know what, snazz it up.
Yeah.
Get some suspenders.
You don't want to get anything new? No?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing else in your closet? No?
Nothing else? Like,
and that just
for
goes
this,
to
like,
show.
Just for this. Put that shit on.
Just goes to show what an impact Marie had. Marie walked in.
Looking good.
Face of all faces.
Looking good.
She did not smile at nobody. She said her name and she smiled like quick. She was like,
Dark Marie.
I loved it.
Here. Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah. So AJ and Brittany are going strong. They talked about AJ dating as a topic. And, you know, really is chalked up to. It's just charm. It's something, again, a lot of Libras, their language is flirtation, but they don't really actually mean it. So everybody was like, AJ was just AJing. So it starts off fluffy with them, and then Dark Marie.
Immediately. Dark Marie started the show. Dark Marie said, excuse me, I'm the host now.
Yeah.
Okay?
No, dead ass. And did. Came out firing. So what did you think about, do you think that Brittany and AJ or Brittany robbed her of her experience during this? Because she had a problem with, she said she didn't have a problem with it, but she clearly had a problem with it. AJ and Brittany sneaking around, and still seeing each other during the trial marriages. Mm-hmm. Do you think she was robbed of her experience? Do you think she should care this much?
I think Marie was hurt during the reunion. And she was looking for somebody to just be on her side. And she was ready to fight everyone except Mel.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Mel too.
Like but it was like I feel like she put way more energy into fighting everybody else because it was like Mel said like one or two things to her. And then she was just like,
Mel knows how to fight her. Mel was like, you got it. Yeah, Mel was like, you got it. Mel knew what she was on. No one knew, but Mel knew what she was on. And she was like, you got it, dog. You got it, big dog. Yep.
Go ahead. Say it. And Marie was just like, I need more of this energy.
Because even
with Dana,
didn't really give her what she was looking for, that fight back. But people, again, Mel knew, but then like even other people
she
were
should have known better with Brittany, because Brittany literally called Dana out at the table to be like, why are you talking to people like this? Can you relax?
Yeah.
In the earlier episodes where she did that. And so it's like, Brittany was not going to fold, and neither was AJ. And AJ opened up to say like, hey, I recognize that there are pieces of this that, weren't the best, and I needed to go. And Brittany was like, yeah, my partner came to me when I was feeling vulnerable and needed her. So, so it's just one of those things where it's like, I can understand that Marie can be annoyed, but I don't think she needs to be hell hath no fury like a woman scorned type energy toward Brittany. Like, she could be annoyed at Brittany and say, hey, girl, it was annoying that like you did keep seeing this. I really wanted to be able to just like be in this with whoever, but it felt like she, even though she kept saying, no, I'm not blaming you, she was just like fighting for empathy from other people, because she would just be like, I hope you understand that I, like, how my experiences are different. And Brittany is stating like, yes, I get it. But she's just like, but you don't empathize. And it was like, she would just
I was like, I don't know what you want out of this. What do you want out of this, Marie?
That's what she wanted. She was like, she wanted to feel seen, and she wanted somebody to be on her side. And that was like the energy the entire interview was. She is just looking for somebody.
Because Ashley jumped in and was like, yeah, that was wrong, like, kind of thing, so she did have somebody kind of jump in and co-sign it. But I do think she was robbed of her experience to a certain extent, because like, I understand going to see your partner like once in a crisis, but like, what was Brittany's crisis really about? Like, ain't nothing really was going to happen after the first night. And again, you brought her here, you do take the risk, and if the experiment is you're supposed to be all into your trial marriage, then let her do her thing. I understand meeting up once, meeting up multiple times, and I don't know how many times they met up, but definitely at least two. Is like, come, all right.
Yeah. And
I don't think it's enough to be mad about, to bring up in the reunion in the way that Marie did.
Way that
Marie kept on, like, it was clear that she was bothered by these things, and then she'd be like, I'm not bothered. And it's like, girl, you're bothered. So she should have just stood in being bothered. Like, either pick one. If you're going to go all in as Dark Marie and be mad, just be like, I do feel mad that I was robbed of my experience. And then people would empathize. But then she was like, nah, but I'm not. And it's just like, so then what do you want out of this? And that's like why Brittany was like, I'm seeing, which I get from her angle, I do get it, where she was like, I'm seeing my girl. Like, I'm going to see her. And like, what are you mad about? Like, that's not your girl.
Yeah. And it was interesting because like some of the cast from last season spoke up on social media, like comparing the differences between last season and this season, and how last season they said that the producers like threatened them if they saw their partners. So this was different this season to be able to have access to your partner. Yeah. Where previously it would be, y'all are not able to see each other. If you do go see each other, like that's a breach of a contract type energy. Like that's what they were saying on TikTok and stuff. So it's interesting to have that shift to be able to actively see your partner and make that choice. But that's also something like, what did that conversation look like with AJ when she did return, minus her escaping with the dog and doing that? So it's just like, but yeah, again, I feel like Marie was just putting her energy in the wrong places because she was so hurt, and she just wanted somebody in that room to be on her side, because she's come back here with no partner. Felt like her experience was taken away from her. She just felt like everything about this was just taken from her. And I know she sat down and was just taking notes when she was watching.
I mean, when she watched this back, and that's why I was like, I understand. I mean, you knew the game when they showed the full thing and you saw they were sitting on opposite sides, and it's like, yes.
They said, we're not going to do that.
This. Yeah. So she did have a lot of grievances. I don't know, again, why she started here with Brittany and AJ, because that's just like, it's irrelevant. Like, it's a footnote
she said,
of
these
like,
are the happiest. Yeah. And you all impacted me in that way.
At everybody.
Dare you.
And she wanted to fire at everybody. It's just that nobody gave her the same amount of energy, but she was also backtracking from that energy. So it was kind of weird. It's like, people who don't get mad a lot, and I'm amongst them, we get mad like weird. So it could go really any way. Like, she clearly doesn't get mad a lot and express that. So like, it was almost like she was trying to pull back that anger, but it was there. It was very clear she was there and angry and hurt, as you mentioned. So anyways, Ashley and Marita, the energy flows into that. And that turns into a whole lot. Like,
whole lot.
They, Dark Marie was jumping in this too, but I'm sorry, because this is what comes to mind when I think of them. Why did they have a grandparent die off? Marita and Ashley had a grandparent die off. Like, my grandpa is dying. And then it was like, my grandma is dying in the middle of fighting, where it's just like, what is going on? Like, I was like, what is happening on this site? They were having a grandparent die off out of nowhere. In between accusing each other of different things. Like Ashley said, Marita cheated on her 5 times. Like it was back and forth.
You know what I did love? Marie being like, so were y'all together or were you not?
Exactly.
Were you cheating or were you not? Because Marita just said that y'all weren't together, but now you're saying y'all were together, but she cheated. Which one is it? And I was like, Marie, ask the questions, because that's a question.
And Marita's looking at her like, who the fuck are you?
She said,
like,
I said what I said. And I'm like,
what is going on?
So then Marita doubles down and basically says, fuck your dead grandma. And fuck you, and I hate you. And the whole crowd was just like, whoa.
That was so crazy sequence. And it was the quietest one. What is so crazy is like, Ashley in 9 episodes had probably like 13 minutes of airtime.
Truly.
This reunion,
all about
Dark Ashley was there too. Dark Ashley was there too. And it was crazy to see how that popped off. If you gave me money, like if we bet on it, on who would have the most explosive interaction, I damn sure would have said them. They would have been the last couple I would have bet on. But it was everything in that fight. They were accusing, each other of stuff. They had talked about how Ashley tried to, they went to a trip to Key West, like right after filming. And Ashley was like, basically like the filming stifled her or whatever. The filming's not right. But it didn't work out. They broke up. And it was nasty. Like even the Marita and be like, I fucking hate you, kind of thing.
She said that with her whole chest.
Whole chest.
And then 10 minutes
chest.
comes back and it's like,
everyone's like, oh girl. Like,
I apologize. That was a bit too much. And I was like, what? Absolutely not. That is not you popping off with your whole chest and then coming back and being like, yeah, that actually crossed the line. I apologize.
Because everybody was like,
could have been like, fuck you too.
Yeah, she could have. And that's the thing, is like Ashley doesn't hate her. So Marita did probably do all those things. I think she did probably cheat and all that. I believe that. But the grandparent die off was something I hadn't seen.
That was not in my bingo card
was crazy.
At all. That was a new level of, if there's some MTV award that is for like wildest reality TV moment, that might be it.
I'm like, what is going on? And condolences, but my God, like.
Yeah, and unexpected that Mel was the person to go and console.
Yeah.
Which then I feel like sets Dark Marie back off to be like, she could go and console her, but she could never console me.
And then Dark Marie came back with a question, Dana.
Again.
And asked Dana about the timeline. Like, had you been intimate with Mel before they had talked during the mixer that they got back together? Dana and Megan, the PR training for this, amazing.
Impeccable.
And I wonder if Dana did actually hire somebody to come in, because like, I don't know if she could coach herself, but she probably can. But Dana handled it. She already saw the energy Dark Marie was on, and this is after everything. And she's just like, you know what? I am very embarrassed of how I was during recording, and I'm sorry with that. And like handles the answers just fine. Like answers very diplomatically, apologizes and everything. And Marie probably wasn't even expecting that it would be that way, and just kind of has to like, okay. But then they go into, Joanna asks Marie and Mel basically what happened. Brussels sprouts. Sprouts.
She said, do you know who taught you how to make Brussels sprouts?
I was like, no, this girl's not. Because I thought it was going to be some deep shit. Like, Brussels sprouts.
I was like, girl, it's not the oxtail. That's different.
I know.
Brussels sprouts and oxtail are two completely different things. Anybody can make Brussels sprouts. Stop.
I think Dark Marie kind of went off the ledge a little bit with stuff. Because the Brussels sprout thing was weird, where it was like, Mel cooked Dana Brussels sprouts, and clearly Marie taught Mel how to make those Brussels sprouts. So she's like, whatever. And this is actually, I know that's like a petty thing. I know that's actually a real thing amongst couples, because like me and my wife will joke about like, if we were to divorce, what food things that she could take and I could take. Like she's like, I can't have any more curry goat and all that in these Jamaican dishes, which is very, very upsetting to me. And she can't have a lot of things that I've made. So that's like a real thing. So like Marie clearly took meticulous notes of like all the disrespect that happened to this season that we knew and didn't know.
Again, Marie should have been the host, because she was asking the follow-up questions that Joanna wasn't, until Joanna turns to Mel and is just like, So did y'all have sex? And then Dana tunes back in with her PR statement, which also did very well. I was like, God damn it, Dana.
Before then, Netflix, I'll give them this. I thought it was cool, the like package of like, what does sex mean to the cast? Because it does mean different things for queer folks.
Like that.
It does mean very different things. It did kind of bail Dana and Mel out because they were able
Mel
to
was like, well,
deflect around. Yeah.
By what definition?
By her definition.
Like they should have had Mel answer the question first and then be like, all right, so based off of you, we have also taken in accord of what other people have said. And then afterwards came back in and said, does that change your answer?
Yes.
Just
that's
to see what would have happened.
They should have actually
been done.
Put it in that sequence because that allowed Dana and Mel to basically skirt around that they fucked. Like I'm like, y'all know we were there. We were there watching. We didn't see it. We were there. But I thought that was interesting for sure. Yeah, I didn't like the Marie with the whole the lupus thing with Mel and like you didn't think I knew and that you
didn't think I didn't do any research.
Yeah, I was like, woo, this is a deep cut of like y'all need to talk because the Brussels sprouts was already like, ooh, where are we going, girl? That's a deep cut. Like that's between y'all. And then the lupus thing, I was like, I don't think you got to play it like this. I know you're mad. I know you're upset, but I don't think we got to go there with that. And then we get to
that is a thing to be heard about.
The sex playlist. Yeah, well, it's something to be heard about. Even the Brussels sprouts, I understand. But I was like, I don't... Like, it was clear Marie was hurt and, like, her aim was off, I would say. I don't think you should bring...
I think the order of
AJ
aim.
and Brittany and Brussels sprouts and the lupus
like, she was just bringing up everything. She clearly didn't have the PR training that Dana and them had because she could have done it in more of a storyline effort where it was just like, you again, woman scorned, hurt, looking for empathy. That was Marie's theme the whole time.
It seemed like those things popped into her head and she got mad again. Like, Brussels sprouts? And it's like, okay, where's she going with Brussels sprouts? And it's like, okay, you taught her how to make the Brussels sprouts. Got it. Okay. Yeah, exactly. So she didn't have the Dana school of communication and manipulation because then she would have played it right because Dana and Megan look good next to each other, PR trained, just like they were on there like, I'm gonna pray for you, thoughts and prayers. Like they just like, truly. You know, and like none of the Dana we saw during the recording was there that night. She locked it up. She saw where she erred in the way that she's portrayed and she's like, I'm not gonna make this mistake. And again, a masterclass. She could sell an ebook. She could do a course because she does very well. So yeah, gave that big ass answer about if her and Mel fucked. And they were a fortress. Like they were a united front. Nothing was going to get between them with that. Kyle and Bridget are good. They're still engaged.
They
moved in. Pilar and Haley are doing well and are engaged.
Yes, I want to say
shame on
about
Pilar's parents. Sorry.
Okay.
I was like, shame on them. I just can't understand parents who abandon their kids or don't talk to their kids because of something like this. Like, and even watching it, it's love. We're just so normal. Like, I feel for her not being able to talk to her parents, but it's such a idiotic thing to not talk to your kid about. But,
agreed.
You know.
Agreed. Yeah. But I am very proud of Pilar for, and I want to say this, if Pilar ever watches this, Pilar, I want to say, girl, I'm proud of you and how self-aware you have become throughout the entire reunion. She was able to point out different areas that she knew she needed to improve on. The conversation between her and Kyle following back up on the makeout session was fantastic and healing. You could feel the healing in that moment. Lots of revelations, her talking about, hey, maybe I won't have this relationship with my parents, but you know what? I am blessed to have that relationship with Haley's family and to see those moments and to have that with Kyle's mom and then to be able to come back and have that with Haley's family. She's like, it's like she had to give herself permission to be accepting to this open love from parents that was being given from a mom's side and a dad's side. And for her to be able to see in full, like, I am loved. And so I have to love myself and I have to be aware of like how this impacted my relationship and work through all of the Haley, Megan stuff too. And has been able to come out on top of that. So Pilar, bitch,
Jesus,
proud of you.
Another winner of the season. It's Kyle's mom first, for sure.
Truly.
Truly. Yeah. Yeah. Great arc with that. Haley and Megan cleared up any loose ends. Like, that was gone. Haley knew, like, at this point, yeah, it was.
Yeah, I mean, Megan tried to shift that in at the end and was like, so are we going to be cool now? Are we going to be okay? And I was like, stop going that far. Stop jumping ahead. Like, y'all might go and get some drinks tonight, but don't think that y'all are going to be best friends moving forward.
I know, right? After she told me that if we were friends down the road, you got to apologize to Dana, there would have been no fucking chance in hell.
Jumping back to episode 9 when Dana asked, after Megan told Dana that happened, and Dana was like, did you do that for me or did you do that for you?
I know.
And that's when I was like, God damn it, did you backtrack on the Mel part? Because after you were like, did you do it for me or did you do it for Marie? Or did you do it for Mel or did you do it for Marie? And I was like, God damn it, Dana.
That was her thing, though. Like, Dana's thing was to make you, was to gaslight, but to shake you. Like because like clearly they had probably talked about that before, or Megan did it unprompted because it's something that she thought Dana would like. So like, I feel like when she asks these questions back and how she gets, I guess, that kind of control is to kind of like shake them in their beliefs. Because you saw it with Mel, even in that conversation with like gaslighting her about like how deep their trial marriage was, like where it's just like, I mean, yeah, we had fun, but like, did we have fun? Like, she's just one of those, like, I don't know. It's just, it was a masterclass to watch. Like, it's just crazy. So, can I get to my end part?
Yes. Yes. I feel like we have covered all of the things. Let's go to the shining jewel that is AJ.
AJ could not end the season without another deep AJ compliment. And this one is to Joanna, the host. The deepest of compliments. Obviously, one last wedding toast to the best friend. And says like Joanna's doing a good job and her as an ally, like how that's helping people. All this, beautiful shit, whatever. I was like, get the fuck out of here, y'all. Like, what? Like, we don't need this moment. Like, what does Joanna do? What does Joanna do that warrants that? Like, it feels so produced. It feels a little produced. I don't know how much hosts have, how much communication the hosts have during this whole filming. I would imagine, obviously, when they're shooting the table scenes and stuff like that, they don't show it on camera like a Married at First Sight or another reality show where you have the host check in on them during their trial dates and marriages. So yeah, it was just another AJ huge compliment where it's just like, AJ, shut up. Like, no one needs that. And we still want another host. I don't think Joanna's a bad person. I just don't think she's a fit as a host for this series. Like, Netflix can make another series out of thin air that she can host and everything. I don't think she's a bad person. I don't think she should not have a job. I don't think she should have this job. And I just thought it was funny for AJ to like cap the season off with that compliment. Like, where it's just like, girl, AJ, please. No, AJ, please. AJ, please, AJ. So, very interesting.
Joanna comes back. She's like, I'm so happy to be an ally.
I know, it meant a lot. It was a beautiful moment between the two of them.
I'm so happy to be an ally.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, all right, y'all got it. Y'all got it. And that's when I was like, fuck you, Netflix. Because what the fuck was this? What was the release order? This felt like a rushed turned in assignment. This season was a disappointment. I don't know what grade you give this season. I give it a D. Like, I thought this season was rushed. It was like the sequencing with things was weird. Even not having a little space between the drop, the reunion being its own drop was like, what are we rushing this out for? Right. Yeah, no, they got me on this. The guys was like, what the fuck is this? So what grade do you give this season?
I would give this season like a C+, because I did like the cast. Like, I have so many notes in my notes of like, man, I wish we saw more of this, or I wish we got to see them in social environments more. I wish we got to see, like, there was things I wanted to see.
The potential was there.
Because the potential was 100% there, as Marita knows. But I wanted to see more of them because I was entertained by them. And so it just felt like there was a lot of things that dropped off that were opportunities to do more. And this is a top trending show on Netflix.
Yeah.
Like, the audience is there. We love it. So why are you treating this like an afterthought in that way?
Yeah. I should specify. I give Netflix a D. I give the cast a B-. They actually surprised me in this short, chaotic rollout of time. Like, it was entertaining. And there was also deeper conversations about real things, like with the people struggling to come out to their families and stuff like that, and health issues and things. And then we had our first like long-term couple that was, 10 years. It's crazy. So the cast, I'll actually
do that.
Yeah. Like, I give them a B-. They actually surpassed my expectations, but Netflix, a definite D. Like, I don't know what the fuck this was. Like, it chopped and screwed. It was just, I don't know what they were doing. It just feels like
it was like they put it in AI and then said, "Here, edit this, do your best, and pass it on."
Yeah. Well, another one is in the books, season 2. I don't, know how long. I guess we wait another 2 years, and that's the thing. It's 2 years in between. So I was just like, this all just seems so rushed. It's like, I don't understand it, but the winner is Kyle's mom. Obviously,
the winner is Kyle's mom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. God bless all of the couples. And well, they're not all couples, but
Yes. But they are all active on the social media. So this is the time to go. They're already doing the things of like, here's what you don't get to see, and here's all of this stuff, and this is what we go through. So, have fun watching them. Have fun watching them do their thing. I was like, Brittany's just out here living her best life. Haley does a lot of voiceovers. Pilar, of course, and Bridget are talking a lot. It's exactly what you would expect from them. So we get to enjoy it. But for this brief week, the queer community was brought together to watch this, comment on this, and be united as one. Be united as one. I know it just felt so short that it felt like a week.
Yeah, it might as well have been a week.
I was like, because we recorded this first one last week, so it was basically a week.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. Maybe they should have just dropped it all at once.
Like, and let us just binge it.
And just let us binge it all the way to the end. So,
like, do all or nothing. Come on.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. So, shout out to all of them. It's very, hard opening up your life and all the things to people and strangers like us who are commenting on them. And again, we don't know them, but this is, it's entertaining. It was still entertaining. And another one's in the books.
Another one in the books. And that's our Queer Ultimatum recap for the second half of season 2. Thanks so much for tuning in. Keep listening to Bad Queers Podcast, and we'll see you next time.
Take care.
Thanks so much for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, you can support Bad Queers Podcast by leaving us a review wherever you listen to podcasts or joining our Patreon at Bad Queers Podcast. Shout out to Sienna Liggins for our Bad Queers soundtrack titled Me Again, and our sound engineer Cesar for making us sound like we know what we're doing. Until next time.
It's me again. Can we talk about things? I'm so sorry that I'm
The Old West is an iconic period of American history and full of legendary figures whose names still resonate today, like Jesse James, Billy the Kid, and Butch and Sundance, Sitting Bull, Crazy Horse, and Geronimo, Wyatt Earp, Bat Masterson, and Bass Reeves, Buffalo Bill Cody, Wild Bill Hickok, the Texas Rangers, and many more. Hear all their stories on the Legends of the Old West podcast. We'll take you to Tombstone, Deadwood, and Dodge City, to the plains, mountains, and deserts for battles between the U.S. Army and Native American warriors, to dark corners for the disaster of the Donner Party, and shining summits for achievements like the Transcontinental Railroad. We'll go back to the earliest days of explorers and mountain men, and head up through notorious Pinkerton agents and gunmen like Tom Horn. Every episode features narrative writing and cinematic music, and there are hundreds of episodes available to binge. I'm Chris Wimmer. Find Legends of the Old West wherever you're listening now.